Okay, so welcome back to the online math class of class 12. You know that previous day we have done up to question number 4 of exercise number 13.2 of probability. That is page number 546. Today we will start from question number 5. So first of all, go through the problem. Yes, good afternoon all of you. So go through the problem. A die marked 1, 2, 3 in red and 4, 5, 6 in green is tossed. Let A be the event, the number if even. Here it is given that the A event that the number is even. Okay, and B be the event that the number is red. Now, are A and B are independent? You have to check it. Are A and B independent? So first of all, find P of A. Tell me P of A. Event of getting an even number. So how many even numbers are there? There are 3 even numbers, 2, 4, 6. So favorable cases will be taken from 2, 4, 6. So 3C1 by, that means 3 by 6. Yes, Akash, very good. That is 1 by 2. Total number of cases always 6 here, because whenever a die is tossed, total number of cases, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the sample space. Okay. Now tell me P of B. Event that the number is red. Here red means 1, 2, 3. Okay. So P of B, probability of getting red, again 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. Very good. Now P of A intersection B. How many cases are there in A intersection B? A intersection B, how many cases are there? That means event of getting an even number also it has to be red. Only 2 is there. So P of A intersection B, that is 1 by 6. Only 2. Because here in A, that is the even number, that is 2, 4, 6, the favorable cases, and in B the red, that is 1, 2, 3. So common is 2. So intersection B means 2. So P of A intersection B means 1 by 6. Now check it. Is it independent or not? Is it independent or not? Check it. So P of A into P of B, that is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 by 4. Okay. That is 1 by 4. And P of A intersection B, that is 1 by 6. That means P of A intersection B not equal to P of A into P of B. Isn't it? Isn't it? Respond me. Respond me. Okay, that means we can conclude here A and B are not independent. Therefore, A and B are not independent event. So that's our question number 5. Now move on to question number 6. Move on to question number 6. In question number 6, E and F be events with P of E 3 by 5. P of F 3 by 10. P of E intersection F that is 1 by 5. Okay, are E and F independent? Check it, do it both. Akash, Shubhajit, and who are doing the class, just check it. So P of E into P of F, that is 3 by 5 into 3 by 10. Isn't it? That means 9 by 50. So not equal to P intersection P of E intersection F. That means we can conclude here E and F are not independent. Have you got it? Question number 6, have you got it? Can I move on to question number 7? Okay, so move on to question number 7. Given that A and B are events such that P of A 1 by 2, P of A that is given to you, that is 1 by 2, P of A union B, that is 3 by 5, and P of B, that is small p. Okay, now find P if their first case mutually exclusive. So we are doing the first case mutually exclusive. Okay, so they are mutually exclusive. So what does it mean? Mutually exclusive means we know that A intersection B, that is phi. Do you know this? That means P of A intersection B, that is 0. Isn't it? Isn't it? So you know the formula, P of A union B means P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Here instead of P of intersection B it will be 0. Now put the values. So 3 by 5 equals to 1 by 2 plus small p minus 0. So small p equals to 3 by 5 minus 1 by 2. Isn't it? Isn't it? So 10 will be the LCM, 6 minus 5, so 1 by 10. Isn't it? Is it 1 by 10? Can you see the board, the lower portion? I think now you can see the board. Have you got it? 1 by 10? Have you got it? The mutually exclusive portion. Now the second portion, independent. I am erasing this portion. They are independent. That means P of A intersection B means P of A into P of B, isn't it? isn't it? That means it will give you 1 by 2 into P, so that is P by 2. Now use the formula. P of A union B equals to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So 3 by 5 equals to 1 by 2 plus P minus P by 2. So that means P by 2 equals to 1 by 10. That means P equals to 1 by 5. Isn't it? Check it. You do it in your copy and check it. Do it in your copy and check it. Is it done? Question number 7. Is it done? Question number 7. So move on to question number 8. A and B are independent events such that P of A 0.3, P of B 0.4. Find, you just tell me the answers. P of A intersection B. Just tell me the answers. You do it in your copy and tell me the answers. Number 2, P of first one 0.12. Very good. 0.12. Second one, P of A union B. P of A union B, I am waiting. You just do it. 0.3 plus 0.4 minus 0.12. That means first 0.3 plus 0.4 minus 0.12. That means first I am waiting. .58. Very good. Okay, now P of A by B. Tell me P of A by B. P of A by B. Here actually A and B are independent events. P of A by B means probability of event A with respect to the event B. Here P of A by B and P of A will be similar. Same. Why? Why? Because they are independent. Just type the answer. Why? Why? Why P of A by B equals to P of A equals to 0.3? Why? Because already it is given in the question that A and B are independent event. So with respect to B, the probability of A is same as the probability of A. Yes, independent. So number 4, P of B by A, that will be again P of B, so 0.4. Isn't it? Isn't it? Okay. So move on to question number 9. Move on to question number 9. If A and B are two events such that P of A that is 1 by 4, P of B that is 1 by 2, P of A intersection B that is 1 by 8, find P of not A and not B. P of not A and not B. Not A and not B means, what does it mean? Akash, Shubhajit, what does it mean? Not A and not B means P of A complement, P of A complement intersection B complement, isn't it? Not A and not B will occur simultaneously. That means A complement intersection B complement, isn't it? Just tell me, isn't it? Yes, that means by De Morgan's law, P of A union B whole complement. By De Morgan's law, you can write here A complement intersection B complement means A union B whole complement. That means 1 minus P of A union B. 1 minus probability of A union B. That means 1 minus P of A minus P of B plus P of A intersection B. Just put the values here. Just put the values here. Put the values here. So 1 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 8. That means calculate it. LCM will be 8 in the denominator, then 8 minus 2 minus 4 plus 1. I think it is 3 by 8. Is it 3 by 8? I think the answer is 3 by 8. Is it 3 by 8? So probability of not A and not B, not A and not B, that is 3 by 8. Is it done? Is it clear? Important one, question number 9. Is it clear? Is it clear, question number 9? Is it clear, question number 9? Okay, move on to question number 10. Events A and B such that P of A 1 by 2, P of B 7 by 12, find and P of not A or not B. That means not A or not B means A complement union B complement equals to 1 by 4, isn't it? Isn't it? Now state whether A and B are independent or not. State whether A or B are independent or not. That means P of A intersection B whole complement equals to 1 by 4. That means 1 minus P of A intersection B, that is 1 by 4. So P of A intersection B, probability of A intersection B, that is 3 by 4. Isn't it? You just do it in your copy and tell me. Isn't it? So here P of A into P of B, that is equals to 1 by 2 into 7 by 12, that is 7 by 24, and P of A intersection B means 3 by 4. Are they equal? So not equals to P of A intersection B. That means A and B are not independent. Isn't it? Isn't it? Now move on to question number 12. Move on to question number 12. 11 is left for you. 11 is left for you. Question number 12. Important one. Today's last problem. A die is tossed a die is tossed thrice. Find the probability of getting an odd number, at least one. A die is tossed thrice. Find the probability of getting an odd number at least once. Can you do it yourself? So first of all, I am taking three events A, B, C. Let A, B, C be the events of getting. Let A, B, C be the events of getting odd number. In first, second and third throw. Respectively. Now tell me P of A, P of B and P of C. Tell me. So just do here one correction. Here let ABC be the event of getting even number. Okay. Getting even number. Just do here one correction. Akash and Subhajit, who are doing the class, just do your own correction. Let ABC be the event of getting even number in first, second and third throw respectively. So P of A equals to P of B equals to P of C equals to 3 by 6, that means 1 by 2. Okay. Isn't it? Isn't it? Therefore, probability of getting even number in 3 throws that will be 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 by 8. Isn't it? Isn't it? Probability of getting even number in 3 throws consecutively. A, B, C be the events of getting even number in first, second and third throw respectively. Okay. So that means probability of getting even number, they are all independent, so I can multiply them. Isn't it? Respond me, who are doing the class, please respond me. I can multiply them. Isn't it? So that will be 1 by 8. So now probability of getting an odd number at least once. Probability of getting a odd number, getting an odd number at least once. That will be 1 minus, that will be 1 minus probability of getting an even number in 3 throws. Okay. That means 1 minus 1 by 8, that is 7 by 8. Isn't it? Isn't it? Have you got it? Probability of getting an odd number at least once, that means 1 minus probability of getting even number in 3 throws. So that means 1 minus 1 by 8, that will be 7 by 8. Have you got it? Question number 12. So that's all for today. We'll be back again with a new class and we'll discuss the Bayes theorem next day. Thank you all of you for doing the class.